Operation Kalahari Darkness. May 7th, 1989, South Africa. When the naval frigate Tafelberg picked up a strange object on radar, no one on board expected that night to make history. The airborne object was traveling at over 3,000 kilometers per hour, ignoring all attempts to make contact. 3 Mirage fighters took to the sky, but as they got closer, the pilots saw something impossible. The object was changing direction at such a speed that it seemed as if it was playing with them. But suddenly, one of the planes fired an experimental laser charge. A bright flash tore through the night sky, and the object collapsed in the Kalahari Desert. The military arrived hours later, black, burnt sand. The wreckage of metal that resembled liquid glass still emitted heat, and 2 creatures. The first, with broken limbs, weak breathing, and skin shimmering in the moonlight. The second, motionless, dead. "Take them to the hospital," came the order. Dr. Ellis stood in front of the operating table, watching the creature. It was alive, but its eyes didn't just stare. They studied. "Do you understand me?" he asked. There was no reply, but the instruments went off the scale, as if the signal had been answered without words. "Doctor, you need to see this." Black patterns appeared on the alien's body, slowly spreading out as if alive. And then there was a deafening metallic screech, not a scream, but a signal. At the same second, the power went out all over the base. Screams, gunshots, alarm. When the light returned, the chamber was empty. The creature was gone. Only a scorched symbol resembling a triangle in a circle remained on the wall. Since then, no one has known where it went. But there are rumors about black cars, disappearing witnesses, and strange lights in the sky over the Kalahari, returning every year on the night of May 7th. May 7th, 2024, Air Force Base, South Africa. Captain Eric van der Merwe knew more about this case than he would have liked. Since childhood, he had been haunted by tales of a mysterious object shot down in the Kalahari Desert and an alien that had disappeared from a military hospital. But that was a long time ago, almost 35 years ago, and now, on the night of May 7th, radar picked up the object again. Same sector, same anomalous speed. "It can't be a coincidence," the operator muttered. 3 state-of-the-art fighters have been brought in to intercept. The object slowed down. It seemed to be waiting for them. But as the pilots approached, the navigation system shut down. The oxygen masks began to vibrate as if someone invisible was whispering through them. "We corrected the error," came a voice directly into the pilots' helmets. Then, the glowing ship disappeared. A few hours later, the reconnaissance team went to the possible landing site. There, on the burnt sand, stood a 2-human figure, skin pale with black pulsing veins. "Identify yourself," shouted the sergeant. The figure raised its head. It was a man, Dr. Ellis, the same one who disappeared in 1989. He looked at them, and his lips whispered, "You've done it again, and now they're coming for everyone." Then his body crumbled into black ash. A low metallic rumble came from the sky. It wasn't just one ship. There were hundreds of them. And this time, they weren't going to leave. May 8th, 2024. Classified Air Force bunker, South Africa. General Hendricks stared at the screen in silence. The satellite images were disappointing. A fleet of UFOs in the sky over the Kalahari Desert. "We provoked them," one of the analysts muttered. "It's not provocation," the general replied dryly. "It's revenge." Communications with the nearest population centers were lost. Military patrols sent into the desert had not made contact. They had already begun. That same evening, the Air Force Base picked up an unusual signal. It came from a frequency used for government communications, but it was coming from the desert. "That's impossible," the operator exhaled. General Hendricks took the call. A human face appeared on the screen, but it wasn't human. The skin was pale, with black veins. Eyes completely black. "We didn't come to fight," it said. The voice was smooth, almost mechanical. "But you attacked us again, and now you will have to pay." "Who are you?" the general asked. "We are what you called the mistake. We are the correction." The screen filled with white light, communication cut off. An hour later, a war began in the sky. The ground shook with the flash of energy weapons. South African, US, and British Air Force fighters took to the air, but their missiles did no damage. Meanwhile, figures began to appear in the desert, hundreds of creatures that looked human but were too tall, too smooth in their movements, with black veins pulsing to the beat of an unknown signal. Their first victims didn't even have time to scream. General Hendricks no longer hesitated. "Atomic strike," he ordered. "But sir, our men are still out there. They're not ours anymore." The missiles took off. The Kalahari Desert disappeared in a fiery explosion. But that wasn't the end. When the cloud cleared, something was left standing in the center of the crater, a tall silhouette. And a voice echoed through the night. "We warned you.